Do you want to make stunning creative maps that look like this? Well, in this video, I'm going to show a tutorial on how creative works for new creative builders. Without further ado, let's start the video. So, first off, if you're new to creative and you load up an island, it's completely blank. Now, this island is not blank, but I kind of used up all my islands and I can't create a blank new one, so we're just gonna have to work with this area right here. When you boot up a new creative island, first thing you're gonna see is that it's just completely blank, and it may get overwhelming for some people. First off, to start off, you wanna have what you wanna build in your head already, and you wanna kind of set it in stone how you want it to look, and just what you want it to, like the aesthetic, you want it all to be there. So for an example, I'm going to make a forest here. So I would go to my menu and I would go to the gallery section. Since I'm working with a forest, I'm gonna go with terrain first, or you can go to nature. The reason why I'm saying this is because we're gonna start off with the whole terrain, the grass area of the build. So there's a lot of choices that you could choose here. There's a lot of grass pieces, nature pieces. You could choose whatever you want for whatever type of build you're building. But right now, for this certain video, I'm gonna just stick with something simple with this grass terrain piece right here. This is a chapter 1 terrain dirt block. I don't know what to call it, a grass piece, but yeah, this is what it is. So now when you have this here, a lot of players, whenever it's their first time in creative, they like to spam terrain like this. I'm gonna show you guys why this is bad. Now from here, first off, it looks good, but then from back here, alright, I guess it's not there. There was a bug with it. Alright. Now this looks fine, but the thing is, this could take up a lot of memory, and if you see right here, if I were to delete one right here, it looks completely the same. Now, there, like I said, it looks completely fine. You can do this if you want to, and you can also do it if you don't really care about your memory, if it's like something for purely artistic. But what I like to do is I like to delete all this here, go back into the gallery, and take this piece right here. Now this flat piece, you're gonna want to go grid snap it here, and then put size it all the way up. Now when you put it here, you're gonna see it's a little dent right here. Put it down a little bit, and then you can also see there's also a dent there. So how to fix that? Put it back up here. And then you're going to want to put the resize axis on height and lower the height and move it up a little bit, because when you do that, it's going to lower it a little. So just move it up a little bit. Put it back to right here. Now when you look at it here, it's completely perfect. There's a tiny crack. I don't know if you guys can see there. If there's a little crack like that, you can easily fix it just by minimizing it a little bit down or a little up. Now look, it's completely perfect. You can't see any cracks, and it looks good. So after that, most people are gonna have this little piece right here. You're like, oh, what do I do with this? So what you're gonna do with this piece is you're gonna go and start to just outline how you want this terrain to look. So say I want to just make it somewhere around this size. I'll speed up the video so it's not. I did mention this as I was building this, but when you're placing these, make sure that it is white, a little bit lighter blue when you're placing it, so you know that's being placed on the exact same height. Now, this is something I would not recommend doing, because it's not a lot of players are not a lot of new creative builders are going to be good with doing this. But what I like to do is I like to select this, turn off grid snap, and just select the pieces like this. It comes out really a lot faster, but it may be difficult for some people. Now, you have this piece right here. What do you do with it? What a lot of people do, again, is they like to do stuff like this. It's not bad at all. This is completely fine. But you can do it 10 times faster if you place a couple walls up in the sky, select both a wall and that terrain piece you're trying to move, and just select it like this. It comes out way faster, and it also helps you not go a little bit up on accident, because a lot of people, they'll be placing terrain and they'll go like this and place it, and then it kind of just throws the axis off. When it's connected to a wall, it can't do that. It can only go on the heights of the walls itself. Now, you have this flat area of grass here done. What do you now to... So now, you have this flat area of grass that you have that's just sitting here. How do you fill it up, and how do you make it look nice? First off, go back to the galleries. You have these two selected. If you have these two selected, everything here should just be here. You're gonna find any tree you want. I'm personally going to take this tree and size it up a bit. Now, when you are placing trees, do not place the trees like this. When you see trees that are placed like this, you could tell that they were placed in the exact same position and it looks really off. So what you want to do is, when you're grabbing these trees, take it and rotate it and then size it down a notch. Now, if you want to do this faster, you could just select these two trees that you placed and rotate them around and put them in different areas. And then once you do this, it kind of looks, you have that little forest type of vibe, like just a little pile or a little gathering of trees. Now with this little gathering of trees you have here, select all of them, and then you can copy. You could copy, and then you can start pasting them all around, and then you can start seeing that it starts to actually look like a forest, and it starts to take shape, and it looks really good from afar and when you're inside. Now, once you're done this, you could come in here and it's gonna seem a little bit bland still. Oh, what else could I add? Now, this is when it gets to the fun part. Personally, for me, I think this is the most fun part of decorating nature builds. You're gonna want to go back to your nature gallery, go to variant rock gallery. You could go to either chapter 1 or chapter 2 rocks. It's whatever. It's completely your choice. I like to stick with chapter 2. I'm going to say use this rock for example. It has the grass on it and it kind of fits well with like a forest vibe. If you place it around right here and just start placing it in different areas, it starts to take shape of more of a forest type of vibe. Same thing with the trees. Do not place the rocks like this. You can totally see that they're placed the same exact position. What I like to do too is I also like to grab the rocks and rotate them here in different angles, because then it starts to look like that it's different rock pieces you're using for that, even though it's just that one same rock. So I'll put some right here, put some right here. Now after that, it still looks empty. Go back, get some more bushes, anything else you want to put here. Now, this is a little cool hack, like a little life hack for creative. If you don't want to use a bush like that, you can always use something like a big tree. Oop, it didn't select it. You can always use something like this tree. Grab it, shrink it down, and you can put it into the ground and it looks like a bush. This is really helpful for if you're making a map and you need that extra memory and you don't want to place a bush. You could just use the same trees you have on your island, place it around, and it looks like a bush already. So after placing all these bushes and trees, it still looks a little bit off, and this is when they're going to want to add grass. There's multiple ways for grass. If you are making a Fortnite Creative game that's playable and players can drop items, do not, and I repeat, do not go into this gallery and take grass pieces that are like this. The grass pieces here, when you drop these down, and if you drop an item in here, you can't pick them up again. It has been a bug for over a chapter. I don't know why it hasn't been fixed, but it's just, you have to live with it. So what I like to do is I like to go back and go to game gallery, go to the game section, go to the instructable gallery, take this piece right here. Take this piece right here, and you're gonna want to build a prop on origin edge, and when you have it right here, you're going to want to put it a little bit in the ground, but when it's in the ground, don't place it yet. You're going to want to resize the height and then start placing it. So this is how you could do grass right here. I'm right now not going to use this grass for this specific video, but if you want to use it, feel free. It's low costing memory, and it looks nice all around. But for this, I'm going to use the new grass that we were given with the new season. There's two variants of it. Just go with whatever kind of vibe you're going for. Right now, since this is for a forest vibe, I'm just gonna go with this normal green grass. Place it around, and Yeah. Now here it is. You have your very own environment that you created. Now it also, continuing, if you have like areas right here that are like kind of just dead areas you can see in the background, if you can see in the background, I would recommend going into your terrain gallery again, scrolling down until you see the sharp cliff gallery, double click it, and grab this piece right here. This piece is, in my opinion, the best piece in Creative. You're gonna want to go and resize it all the way up to the maximum size, and you're gonna want to take this piece, and this can be hard for a lot of people. I personally have mastered terrain with just all around, so this isn't too hard for me, but just letting you guys know, it is so easy to get good with terrain. So just because if you're gonna have trouble with this on your first time, don't feel overwhelmed. You'll get it, trust me. It takes time and practice. You'll get it. So you're gonna want to take this piece right here and start to just place it around. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, especially if this is a background. You really don't have to go crazy with it. Just place it around like this, and when you have it like this, you can select all the pieces, start rotating them again, and then this, copy and paste them, and then boom, you have a background for just like terrain. If you want to make it a background mountain, you can put it further in the back, and it just looks really well overall. So I could put this right here, then put another one right here, boom, boom. So now it gives this forest more of like an enclosed vibe. And then you could just also add trees here if you want, fill up this crack. You know, also another tip I kind of didn't include, if you do have cracks in your terrain, say it's, let's say it's a terrain crack where like the terrain's lifted up, or just crack like this, use these rocks and cover it up like this. It helps seal it up, it looks good, and it looks natural. Just if you're gonna do something like this, have the same rocks, like, because if you see this rock, it's just a rock pile here. It kind of looks a bit off, and there's only one. Try to add the same rock pile somewhere else, so it doesn't seem like it's just right there. So I'm gonna put one like, say, right here, one right here, and then when you have this all here, it's just gonna look more natural. Now, this was my Fortnite Creative tutorial on how to start off with an environment. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all. If this video did help you out a lot, or if it did just help you, consider dropping a subscribe or like button. I'm going to be making more Fortnite Creative tutorials to help like newer creative builders. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.